In this video, we're going to go through the process of entering the virtual classroom. This is what you will do to go to the lectures that will be aired, broadcast online, as well as if you cannot attend the recitation sections in person, you'll follow the same process. Well, to begin with, you have to open a web browser. I've done that here. I've opened up Google, which is the one I prefer to use. And then in the URL area, you would enter the URL blackboard.utdl.edu. I prefer just to type this in directly. I go straight to the login page. There's other ways to get to the Blackboard website, which is how we're going to enter the virtual classroom, but to me this has turned out to be the easiest and fastest. So once again, it's blackboard, one word, .utdl, University of Toledo distance learning.edu. So once you enter that, depending upon your internet speed, you'll see the list of class. You'll see this landing page, which has a lot of information on it. What I want to focus your attention on is in the middle here. You probably have figured this out already, but in this middle is your course list. It has courses from this semester. Down here, for me, it shows the courses for which I'm the instructor in 2020-40, which is the fourth term of the 2020 calendar year, which is fall 2020. And then if there's a little arrow beside it, if I had that arrow closed or turned to the right, I wouldn't see those classes. I have to turn it down by clicking on it in order to see the classes. Then through this list here, I'm going to scroll down to find the class that is the one associated with CHEE 1000. Now, you'll find that you have at least 2 different or maybe 3 different classes shown here that have the first part indicating it's CHEE 1000. The one that you want to enter for the course room for both the lectures and for the recitation is one that says merged here. I don't know if you'll see the others there. I've not tried this on a student computer, but the other one, you may also see CHEE 1000 section 001, which is the lecture section you may have registered for. There's also a 081, which is the honors lecture section. You may also see a number related to your recitation section, your computer lab. It could be 002, 003, could be 0092. The one you want to focus on, though, is the one that either says merge or doesn't have a number by it, and click on that link to go to the classroom. So I just did that, and this pops up. This is the landing site for our class. This is the home page for the class. And you can scroll down here and look at what's available on this home page for the class. I'm going to focus our attention on how to get directly to the lectures, both the lectures that are on Tuesday, Thursday, as well as the computer recitation lectures. To do that, you want to look over here to the menu list on the left and point at and click on Blackboard Collaborate Ultra. Now your screen may look a little bit different than my screen because I'm in the instructor view here. Now, so don't worry about that. You should see over here though on the left though, in this link list, a link for Blackboard Collaborate Ultra. So I'm just going to click on that. And what pops up then is access to the virtual classroom. It's labeled here the course room. Now there's several things on here that you will see and some things you won't see. You will see a link here for the course room to access it. You will see this hamburger here, these 3 horizontal lines, which has a menu. You will be able to create a session, I believe, here as well. Now these 3 horizontal lines, if you click on that, it will pop open a menu. And in here, it will show the sessions that are available to you, as well as recordings that are available. When we have a class, a virtual class, I will make a recording of it, and you'll be able to go back and review that class by clicking on recordings here, and then select from the list of recordings the one that you want to review. Now there's none here because we haven't recorded any classes yet, but once we start, you'll see them accumulate in this area here. So I'm going to go back on the hamburger, click on the hamburger, and then go to sessions. There aren't any sessions open right now. So what I'm going to do is go straight to the course room and click on that. When you click on the course room link there, it comes up with some information regarding that course room. If you are unable to join because you have limited internet connection, what you can do is use your phone to call in. Now if you do this, you would only have the audio part of it. You won't have the video part of it. But if you do have an internet connection, I hope that all of you do, and we can talk about that if you don't, how we can get you access. Just click on the Join Course Rooms link right there. Once you click on the Join Course Room link, what you'll see is that the course room opens up. It'll say that you're joining the session as your username. I'm joining as my name. And in just a moment, we're in the room. So once you see this, you are in the course room. Now I'm going to go through and talk about a couple of the elements here on this page, get you familiar with them. There are three main areas that you need to look at. The first is over here on the far upper left, another hamburger, which is another menu. If you click on that, this is a menu you probably won't use much. I will use it because this is where I'll start recording what occurs in the classroom. But there's other links here if you have a problem with Blackboard Collaborate or need to report an issue. So this area over here, the upper left, you probably won't use. Down here at the bottom, though, there may be an area you will use. So I will, when I join the course room, is share my audio so you can hear me. I will share my video so you can see me. Take a moment for it to pop up here. So we'll share my video. And my image will appear down here in the lower left-hand corner. Now you don't have to do this if you just want to listen and watch what's going on in the classroom. If you want to speak with me, if you want to ask a question, verbally you would have to turn on your audio here in order to do that. You don't have to turn on your video to do that. Another way to ask a question is just to raise your hand, which if you click on this, then I'll see that somebody has raised their hand. And then what I can do is either ask you to turn your audio on so you can ask it directly in person, or I'm going to lower my hand here because there's no need for me to keep it up. Or what you can do is use this other area over here in the bottom right, this purple area which has the double arrows, which if you point at it says Open Collaborate Panel. So I'm going to click on that and open that. And doing that, what you'll see is that there are 4 items down here at the bottom. The very first one that pops up, if you point at it, actually it's not going to show a little pop-up there, but this is the chat icon. So if you click on here, you can type in a question through this window here. And what will happen is that question will appear in this chat area with your name. And if I see that, I'll be watching this area. If I see that there's a question, I will answer that question as soon as I see it, or shortly after I see it. The next next icon in this lower area down here is attendees. If you click on this, you can see who's in class. The next icon is for sharing content. Now, this is what you would use if you're working with some people in a course room in a session and you want to share something that's on your computer. And I'll be using this to share PowerPoint slides. What I would do is I'd click on Share Application Window, and then what will come up is it'll come up with either I can share my entire screen, or if I click on Application Window up here, I can choose one of the application windows I have open. Right now, the only application window I have is this course room, or I can share a tab from Google Chrome. So here I have 2 things that are open, 2 tabs at the top up there. I'm not going to share either of those because I'm sharing one already with you, so I'm just going to cancel this. But there's other things you can share once you get into here. So you can share a camera if you want, another camera. You can share files, share those with the class or with those that you're in the group with. There's also an option here for breakout groups. And what I'll be trying is to have you break out into smaller groups. I'll put you randomly into a group of 3 or 4 individuals and ask you to perform a task, solve a problem, or just talk when you are in those breakout groups. After a period of time, I'll bring you back to the classroom. The breakout groups will be closed. We'll come back and we'll talk about what you did in the breakout groups. The last little icon down here is My Settings. You can click on this. This allows you to adjust your audio and video settings, as well as some other things related to notifications, what type of notifications you get, as well as session settings here. So I'm not going to go through those here. We'll let you explore those on your own. I'm just going to go back to chat down here at the bottom, which is what I will leave it on when I'm in a session with you, in a class session with you, so I can see what questions you have. Well, anyway, this is how you get into the course room. When you're done in the course room, what you can do is you can click on the arrow up over here at the top, the arrow, the hamburger over here at the upper left, the 3 horizontal lines. You come way down here to the bottom, click on Leave Session. He'll come up and allow you to leave, but only after you answer this question: how was your experience? You really don't have to say anything, you just click on skip, but unfortunately you do have to do that. And then once you skip, it'll say you can now close this browser window. I'll do that, and then I'll go back to the Blackboard page that I started from, and then I'm going to close the course room in there. Well, that's how you get into the course room. I hope to see you then on Tuesday. If you have questions before then, after watching this, please send me an email, and I will try to get those questions answered. Bye for now.